Well, he just had 49 points, and he allowed Darrell and company to ice and chill. That's right, ice and chill game, and Darrell looking good right there as your rested feet for the fourth quarter.
Hey, man, this is how you do it when you dominate, baby. Total domination.
You called it damn near a 50 burger, Jennifer, and he scores 49, 22 in the third quarter, and Darrell said it before the game. Ice and chill, and my man is icing and chilling with the Warriors towel, and he's resting the dogs. He's got the Louis V's off to the side, here, just got the dogs icing in the bucket here.
It's so nice. I should be the one icing and chilling, though. I've got heels on.
You do got heels on. Yeah, I know. Come on, Darrell, switch it up. Maybe you guys can alternate.
I'll ice and chill next game. No, but what a performance by Steph. I mean, he needed, 22 to stay ahead, and he went 27 in the first quarter. I mean, just unbelievable performance. And the entire team. And they had to have been aware of it, I feel like, because I think they rallied around him too, Darrell.
I think Steph Curry knows about everything. He's reading his phone at halftime. He's checking the score, so I think he kind of knew what was going on.
Oh, Bradley Beal, you got 50. I'm going to just drop 49 and 3/4. Let's go back down to Chase.
He has the ability to do this. Just have the confidence to take the attempts. That's what puts the most pressure on the other teams.
No doubt about that. And the Warriors hit a franchise record 27 threes tonight against Oklahoma City. That's 2 off the NBA record that Milwaukee set a couple years ago. So the Warriors had a 3-ball rolling. And Draymond Green, as you said, Jennifer, when he's letting it go and then he's barking here, he's starting to play the best basketball of the season.
No doubt. And he's already got the hard part of the game down. I mean, to play defense the way he does, to get the kind of assist, to pass the ball, to rebound. This part is just part of the game, and just let it flow. And it's going to improve the team, I think, exponentially.
And Darrell, you talk about playing the right way. You coach kids, you coach your son, you coach the AAU team. Draymond in that post-game interview said, look, these kids are sponges. They're watching everything you do. And Draymond Green, for at least the last 15, 16 games, and for the most part all season, has played the right way. And kids could get a lot of advice and just learn from that, the passing, the shooting, the communicating, and the defensive intensity.
Yeah, everything you said is key. Communicating, defense, and being defense, the communicator on the defense, being an anchor of defense. And you can depend on Draymond to be out there, the loudest man on the court, on the defensive end. And that's what you need. That's how I know where I need to be if I'm making a mistake. So I hope all the kids listen to that interview, and I hope all the kids understand Steph Curry is the best shooter in the world because he practiced and he started inside the key and worked his way outside.
No doubt.
That's important to know.
Very important.
Right.
Didn't start bombing for 30. You hear that, hometown favorites? Get in the key. Hit some layups first before you start bombing. But Curry could do whatever the hell he wants. 24 in the first quarter. He had 27 in the first half. Then he exploded for 22 in the third quarter. Now, it's just ridiculous. I got a whole cue card here, Jennifer and Darrell, of just records he has. I mean, like the 10th 40-point game this season. He's got 48 in his career. You talk about the 4-time Curry has posted numbers like this season. 24 20-point quarters in the same game. That's the 4th time that's happened this season.
Wow.
And then 30, of course, you see the 30 points, at least 30 points in 19 of the last 21 games. I mean, that could go on and on and on, but just a special night for Stephen Curry.
Another special night, another game making 10+ threes. And one thing I do regret, Bonte, is not making 10 threes in the game. I made 9, and I always think about that. But for this guy to do it as many times he did it, come on, man. It's crazy.
You know, it's funny if you think about the beginning. Oh, here we go. Look at the water.
Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Cool him off. I don't know if I want him cooled off. Don't throw the water on him. He's on fire right now. Just let the flame run high, Jennifer.
Let it go. But you know what's so crazy? If you think to the beginning of the season, if you guys remember, people were saying, oh, what is Steph's legacy going to be? And is he playing well enough? And all this stuff. I mean, it's just crazy to even think that now based on the way that he's playing.
He may be the best entertainer of all the sports. I'm talking basketball, I'm talking baseball, football. You want to go to Europe and you want to go down to Argentina, Monty on the camera. He's the best entertainer in sports. And we look at the threes here. Most games with at least 10 threes made in a game. I mean, he's lapping the field right now. This is a joke. 22 games, Darrell. It's a joke.
It's starting to get ridiculous, Monte.
It's starting to get what?
It's starting to get ridiculous, man. But just how he goes into the game, his preparation, we see the crazy shots and warm-ups, but this is the reason why. He comes out on the court and he does that. it translates to the game. So to see him go out there and make these crazy threes from half court and the logo, it's all his preparation.
Yeah, and when I see these shots, I just know that's hours and hours and hours of practice and repetition. And the reason that everyone can't do this is most people aren't willing to put that kind of time in. So his work ethic is second to none.
I mean, he was just experimenting there in the third quarter. Poor Thunder had no answer for him. Lou Dort, defensive stopper. You know, Fitz was talking about Lou Dort defending Harden in the bubble. Curry ain't Harden.
I think they were enjoying the show too, Bonte.
No doubt about that. As we look at the wall here, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, what do they have in common? Well, they've had multiple scoring titles, multiple MVPs, and multiple championships. Well, Steph Curry is very close to joining this club right here. Kareem, Wilt, and MJ. Because Curry's on his way to another scoring title. We know he has 3 rings, and he has 2 MVPs. This is a crazy club right here.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the scoring title. I mean, especially if Beal is out. I think he would get it anyway. But, you know, given that, I think this is just kind of a no-brainer that he'll join this group. It's outstanding. Another
milestone. I would love to see him up there. And then one thing about Bradley Beal and what Steph Curry has to his advantage, if he does come back, he's on the West Coast. So he get to see everything Bradley Beal do.
Good point.
And he can match his energy.
4 home games left. All 7 o'clock starts basically until they play the Memphis Grizzlies, which is TBD. That is on May 16th. But we're going to hear from Steve Kerr on another epic night for Stephen Curry. 49 points, 11 three-pointers made, and the updated Western Conference standings. And the Warriors still clinging to a half-game lead over Memphis. However, the loss column, pay attention to the loss column. They're both even with 33 losses. So the last game of the season, it's looming large between the Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. And we're going to talk to Garrett Burke a little later about all that going on with the Golden State Warriors, about icing and chilling as well. You know, Darrell, you got the ice and chill. Yeah. Curry and Draymond got the ice and chill. Jennifer, you should have ice and chill.
Maybe during the next segment, I'll get the ice and chill.
All right, there you go. But we're going to talk about the 4-game stretch coming up here with Utah and Phoenix and New Orleans and Memphis. But Warriors taking care of business because Memphis' schedule is easier.
It is easier, and Memphis, I mean, this was a must-win for them tonight, and they did it. But this season is just really coming down to the wire, and it's interesting. You know, we're historically, aside from the year prior, used to them chasing championships, right? And now they're chasing a playoff run, and there's a lot of excitement around this because I think they've done as well as they could with what they've had this season. I think they never hung their heads when there were, you know, times were tough, and they've moved forward, Darrell.
Yeah, I thought these were 2 important games for the Warriors as well. Not only protecting home court, but going out there playing against a team that we know isn't, you know, playing for anything, a bunch of guys that's trying to play for their name and for their career. So for them to go out there and handle their business like they did these last 2 games was pretty impressive. So hopefully this rhythm they could take to the next game and the next 4 games and put that same energy into those games as well.
No doubt about that. Let's look at the scoreboard here before we hear from the head coach of the Warriors, Steve Kerr. Warriors roll to Chase Center, the second of a 6-game stretch at Chase Center. And the home cooking has served them well so far, blowing out the OKC Thunder in back-to-back games. But the competition gets a lot tougher coming up here with Utah visiting the Warriors on Monday night. Steph Curry again, that 49 points in 3 quarters. He has lit up OKC. We'll talk about that a little later as well. But let's get to the head coach, Steve Kerr.
Hi, Steve. Steph had 49 points in 29 minutes, and specifically with the way he started this game in the first quarter with 24 points. What